When the Minnesota Fighting Vikings drafted heat-seeking missile linebacker Brian Asamoah in the third round, number 66 overall in the 2022 NFL Draft, a couple eyebrows were raised because he was drafted ahead of some of the draft media darlings, Nakobe Dean from Georgia, Chad Muma from Wyoming. But the Vikings knew what they had in Brian Asamoah, just a guy for the modern NFL. He can run, he can hit, he can cover, he can do everything, and just brings an infectious leadership to the Vikings. And fast forward, ESPN NFL Nation put together a list of surprise offseason standouts for all 32 NFL teams, under the radar players to know from minicamp workouts. Also, I don't know who this guy is, but he looks like he should be taking over the role of the Matthew Lesko money guy, where he had the suit with the dollar signs. It looked like the Riddler, telling about how you get money from the government and stuff. That guy. Anyway, Kevin Seifert, the Vikings beat writer for ESPN NFL Nation, nominated Brian Asamoah as a surprise offseason standout. This is what he wrote. Asamoah's sideline-to-sideline speed was plainly evident in non-contact practices, as was his confidence. He joked with an assistant coach that he won a $5 every time he ran past someone. I'm a rich man now, he said, because I keep passing them. And Brian Asamoah, the pride of Oklahoma. Okay, Boomer. Sooner. So he was a 3-star recruit coming out of Columbus, Ohio, was a 2-year starter for the Sooners. In 2021, he led the team in tackles with 80, 4 tackles for loss, a sack, and 2 forced fumbles. Also 14 pressures, as well as a 73.8 PFF grade. Second team All Big 12. Shined like a diamond at the Senior Bowl. Combine-wise, ran a 4.56 40, great in the jumps, 8.27 RAS, physical freak athlete, but one of the reasons that he fell, a bit of an undersized tweener, but just a damn good football player. And he's got great closing speed. He's got great instinct. And he really was the Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah of this draft, where it's like, hey, teams overthought this type of player. Joke fell to the Browns in the second round last year, and he's already doing damn nice things in Cleveland. And I think Asamoah is going to be doing very nice things for the Vikings in short order, because he's exactly what you need in the modern NFL. He's a linebacker who can hit, who can scrape against the run, who can cover, especially these modern Joker tight ends. He only allowed 1 touchdown in coverage over the last 2 seasons. And if you look at the Vikings off-ball linebacking crew, so the Vikings moving to a 3-4 or a 3-5 nickel, whatever, it's going to change some of the roles. So you got Kendricks and you got the veteran Jordan Hicks. Now, Kendricks, still one of the best coverage linebackers in the game. Jordan Hicks is a nice veteran stopgap. He's played in a similar scheme throughout his entire career with the Eagles and the Cardinals. But I think Asamoah is quickly going to become a fan favorite, especially once they put the pads on, start clack-a-lacking at TCO Performance Center Bar and Grill, especially once they get into preseason. I think Asamoah is going to run around. He's going to make plays on special teams, and every time 33 is on the field, not just formerly Dalvin Cook, who used to wear number 33, every time Asamoah is out there, Trenta Trace is just going to have a nose for the football. He is a heat-seeking missile. He's just going to do damage out there, and it's going to be hard to keep him off the field, because I think eventually, at some point this season, it will be Kendricks and Asamoah starting on the inside. I think that Hicks will eventually give way to the young gun. So I'm fired up, man. Like, I'm really excited about Asamoah. Plus, you look at the rookies that they drafted on defense at the top end of the draft. You look at Lewis Cine, you look at Andrew Booth Jr., look at Brian Asamoah. All 3 of those guys are going to contribute to this defense very quickly, and all 3 of them are great against the run. They hit, they run, they got swagger, and I think that's something that the Vikings defense has been lacking for the last couple of years, because even though they got great veterans, they just didn't have the same juice that they've had before. So I think that was priority 1 for Kwesi Adofo-Mensah and Ed Donatel remaking this defense with the young infusion, and Brian Asamoah is going to lead the way, man. So I absolutely cannot wait. But your thoughts are thoughts. ESPN names Brian Asamoah the Vikings surprise offseason standout. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts and their thoughts and everyone's thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.